Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people.
This is the Steamroller 2015 number 2 scenario called Two Fronts. There is kill box. You need 5 points to win. You get 1 for dominating your close zone, 1 for controlling the far zone, and 2 for dominating it. You can't do either of those though until you destroy the enemy objective, and if you do so, that's another control point. Hey there guys, this is Malorian. This will be another War Machine Wednesday, and this one here on this side will be filled with a Signar, who's going to be led by Haley2. You saw there's some Silverline, some Tempest Blazers, you got the big Stormwall, and on the other side here we have Derek. Don't have to pan over too much. It's all right here. It's all Madrak 1. You got the big old beast, and it's going to be interesting because for Phil, this will be his first game with Haley2, so lots to learn there. And for Derek, this is his first time using the Mountain King. So the guys, you know, it's good. They're trying out some new and different things, and it should make for an interesting game. Now, Haley2 has, of course, that big old control feat. She wants to get in there, lock things down, make that bonded stormwall, go up there and do a lot of nasty things. But there's a lot of heavies over there to deal with the other side. So right now what's going on is the Rangers got to the edge of the forest, so they have Prowl. The Black 13th are also going to be sticking by that forest for Prowl. You have Epic Iris that's down here at the bottom. The Silverline, all making sure to be base to base to get their polarity field. Otherwise, Arcane Shield is going up onto the Stormwall, and Haley2 basically just runs up to the wall there to get herself in a good spot. So coming over here to Trolls turn 1, Janissa's going to come up here and make a wall. And again, I mean, trying to talk about probably what the Trolls want to do is get in here, try and survive the feat, and destroy that storm wall. If they can destroy that storm wall, it's probably pretty much over for Haley2. So you have the good old Earthborn going into the forest there. It has the, of course, Pathfinder, plus it can see more like past the forest to see the Colossal, whereas the Colossal, the Stormwall, can't see him. Meanwhile, the Mountain King goes to the bottom. I was kind of wondering if he was going to rush him and try and do an assault spray to Epic Iris, but he's just kind of moving over to that bottom zone. He probably wants to get like a huge, like a muck super power swing there, sweep, and try and kill these Silverline, but we'll kind of see what happens here. So either way, we are now on to Signar turn 2, and the first thing he's going to do here is run up with all of the Silverline. By the way, I didn't mention that Madrak put Surefoot on himself and made sure to be in range of all of his big beasts there. So the Silverline, they're going to be running up. The Junior's actually going to get pretty far up there too. Typically, Junior will do his Arcane Shield and then hide so that you don't lose Arcane Shield. But after that, the Rangers are going to be going for a run. Now, he kind of ran them all up here when he probably only needed 1, but that's what he kind of did. And now the Blazers are coming in, and probably the number 1 target I saw to go after was Janissa, but he's trying to actually more so go for the stone. Just trying to really reduce the number of models there, its range, all those things. It's only a min stone, so he doesn't really have that many models, and so he does put some shots into Janissa. I believe she actually toughs at some point, or maybe she just takes a little bit of damage here, but either way, some damage does go on Janissa, and a few of the stone bear, like the little, grunts, are killed as well. Otherwise, here, he's going to be advancing up with the Black 13th. He was really hoping he'd get some shots on, but nothing was really going to work, so this kind of run out of the way. Haley comes up, and she's going to feat. So that's going to, right now, with her control range, it won't be reaching quite everything, but once the square gets back in her range, it will. So the feat will be affecting every single model here. So whereas it looks like all those Silverline are about to die to a huge old sweep, yeah, they're going to be safe. Otherwise, the Stormwall with Temporal Acceleration, it's going to come up here. And it's going to be wanting to finish off Janissa. Now, the line to get in there is really tight. I had to check it for them. Only one side is going to barely get in there. And it is going to do some okay damage to her, but it's not going to finish her off. So, yeah, some pretty bad dice. You're actually going to see that this game, that there was some kind of bad dice. Otherwise, one side shoots at the Mountain King, the one that he couldn't see anything else, does like 2 damage, and so a well pops out. And otherwise, that's really it. Like, he kind of put down a pod just to kind of like be annoying, but that's really it. Epic Iris is going to move over to try and threaten and get around the forest, but it's going to be really tough because she is a really good shot, but that forest is just going to be blocking line of sight. So at this point here, it is turn 2 for the trolls, and there's not going to be very much he can do. He's underneath the feet. He really just wants to try and stall that storm wall. Of course, with Mulg and the Earthborn and the Mountain King, he has all the punching power he needs to take care of it. He just has to really be careful to preserve what he has and try and keep things back, while at the same time trying to contest all the zones. So, I mean, Mountain King will hold that bottom zone, no problem, but he will want to get something into the top zone. Otherwise, since Haley is towing in there, Haley will get a point. So at this point here, he's really just making walls, getting up to the wall, spreading around the Earthborn Animus, that type of thing. The Axer is coming up here to the wall. I believe he makes 1 attack just because why not? No, he makes no attack because of the feet. Ha! But otherwise, yeah, what's left of the stone goes up. Madrak actually goes a little bit into the forest in order to kind of spread around the Surefoot area there. And then the Mountain King starts spraying, and he's boosting all these and trying to get boosted 7s and misses almost all of them. I believe out of 5, he missed 3. So that was some pretty bad luck there. Like I said, dice were a little bit crazy for this game. So he didn't get anything into the one zone at the top, so he's going to go and actually, the Signar player, dominate and get 1 point on the opponent's turn. And now here, he's going to be going after Madrak. He needs a 9 to hit with Epic Iris, and he actually lands it. So he does a point to Madrak, he strips off Surefoot, and that was a shot that, of course, the Trollblood player really didn't think was going to be happening here. Now, with that 1 damage here, we realize that should allowed Mulg to get further up, and the importance of getting Mulg up there is, sure, you're feeding Mulg to Stormwall, but it's actually kind of important to make it sure that he can't actually get to Madrak, because if Haley wanted to, she could TK some models all the way and really get in there. Sorry. So otherwise, you are having the Rangers really try and shoot away the last bits of the stone. They're really wanting to kill Janissa. So I believe, yeah, at this point here, Janissa will be dead. So that's really a key model to have off the board. Otherwise, some other shots are going to be trying to work on the Axer here a bit, and also just trying to finish up the stone. I believe there's still 1 more guy hiding behind the Earthborn at this point. And so he's just trying to pick off the rest of this. So Haley's going to be going a little bit back here, trying to just stay safe as she can. By the way, what also happens here is, yeah, it's going to be happening right now that he is going to be TKing, or no, not TKing, really just going with a Stormwall and attacking. Oh, he time bombed, that's it. He time bombed Mulg to Loris defense just to really make sure that he hits all these things. And now the Stormwall's going in. Now this is a temporal accelerated Stormwall. That should be a really dead Mulg, but if you're watching any of these dice, it's pretty bad dice. I believe he even misses one on a double 1. A lot of the damage rolls are kind of bad. He has like 1 good one that makes it okay. But yeah, Mulg actually survives like 1 box after like 7 attacks from a Stormwall. So that really probably shouldn't happen. But now the Silver Line, they're going to come in charge. They're going to do a big combine, and that's going to finish off Mulg anyway. So in the end, it all kind of worked out. But yeah, that was a little bit surprising. Okay, so at this point here now, the Blazers are going to go. They're going to start off by trying to, well, they will finish off the rest of the Krillstone. So that's going to be completely wiped out. And then they're actually going to be putting a few shots into Madrak. Now, it's a little bit hard to shoot him because of how he's in the woods and all that stuff. Even with Surefoot off, they do get some damage on him, but nothing really too crazy. And then they back off, and that's the end of their turn. So Haley is going to be dominating again, so now Signar is at 2 points, and now the Trollbloods really have to get aggressive. They really have to get in there and try and do something. if they can try and destroy the stormwall, that would be huge. But what he's actually doing is trying to find a way to get to Haley. Of course, Madrak's feat is that if you ever kill somebody, you can do another inch and then you can get another attack. So really, you can kind of surf through all these models. So the first thing that's going to happen here is the Axer is going to kind of move out of the way, make an attack. And now he's going to be going here with Madrak. And it's going to be the whole thing where, you know, he's going to put Carnage on himself. So he already did the whole thing with Troll Moses where he made the spell cheaper. So he did Carnage on himself, basically giving him +2 mat. And now he's starting to attack his way through all of these Rangers and eventually then also through the Black 13th trying to get to Haley. Now, the whole path works, and you're going to see him popping out the other side of the storm wall, but there were some misses, and that's going to then cost him too much focus. That's the whole thing with Madrak. He doesn't have very much fury, that's not focus, but so if he has to do Carnage, if he has to buy more attacks, it really isn't going to happen. So he gets all the way there to Haley, only is able to make one attack, isn't able to kill her. Next, he's going to be going with the Earthborn. The Earthborn, now still under feet, is just going to start eating up all these Silverline. So the Silverline completely destroyed by the Earthborn. Then the Earthborn is going to make a few attacks against the Stormwall. Probably what he should have done is left one of the Silverline alive because its POW is higher. And of course the Earthborn steals that POW. But either way, he gets some okay damage. And the main thing now is, of course, now it's all clear for the Mountain King to get in to try and finish off that Stormwall. So the Mountain King comes walking up here and is going to start punching away. And again, we're going to see that some of these damage dices won't really be the best. Now, keep in mind as well, this is still an arcane shielded Stormwall. So, I mean, if it wasn't for the arcane shield, that'd be a bigger deal. But yeah, when he is all done, he doesn't destroy the Stormwall. All his arms are destroyed. But what he's actually going to do here, he's going to dominate again, so he's at 3. I thought he was going to destroy the objective and basically dominate for the win, but Haley2 actually attacks Madrak, and Haley2 gets the assassination. So there's the game. So the game just ended on assassination with actually Haley doing it, but what are you guys' thoughts on the game?
Go for it.
I was a little intimidated coming into the giant brick of things. It's my first time with Haley2, so really impressed with her ability to stop things. But he was so clumped up and overlapping buffs, it was very, very tough to pick like hard targets there with the armor bonus behind the wall, defense bonus, Surefoot up. I was really lucky that I picked off Madrak's Surefoot by rolling a 9 with Iris 2, and that helped a huge amount. And then I think we just kind of traded up and down rolls back and forth after that.
Yeah, no, you picking off that Surefoot was something I saw that you could have done, but knew you would have had to roll an unboosted 9. I was like, he's probably not going to do that. Like, that's a pretty safe deterrent.
And then a 12 comes up.
And then you double-sixed it. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess Surefoot's gone. But it was still not such a critical portion of what I was planning to do. Missing so many of my surfing shots on Madrak.
But he made it so close.
Yeah, I got up to Haley and I got an attack on her, but I didn't manage to hit, unfortunately. But that's okay, that's the way it goes. I knew I was pretty much pooched when you had everything kind of, your horsies over here, and I couldn't, strictly speaking, play how I would normally have played it.
Okay.
I would have just bricked everything right up, had the wall right on top of them, and just kept kind of slowly plodding forward.
Okay. Yeah.
But then with the kill box there and having to move Madrak, and then the feet not allowing me to do my actions as well as movement or whatever, it was just basically, I kind of was okay with that to a degree because I could still just brick up somewhat, but it was still difficult to get the buffs out that I needed to make sure that wouldn't happen, and then losing Surefoot on top of that really was like, okay.
Well done, man.
So yeah.
So,
good game though.
On your side here for Signar, were you ever really looking at scenario, or was it more the assassination or attrition you're going for?
I've never played against trolls before, so I was just going to see how much damage I could do to them, basically, and see how durable they were. after I was just kind of like picking and scratching, I was like, yeah, this is kind of a write-off over here. Like as soon as I go for the objective, he's probably gonna kill me before I get it done. So I was hoping to kill off a heavy or two with the stormwall before it died. And then, I lucked out. I only had 3 minutes left on my clock with Madrak over here. And Derek's right. If I had tried to kill him with electro leaps from the ponies, I think I would have clocked myself. I left a focus on here so I could pod over and boost the damage because it was an auto hit.
Did he still have an arm left, or was that all gone?
No, arm was all gone. Everything was gone except the cortex, subcortex, and movement. But both arms were gone. And he would have got crumpled by that guy with 13 boxes left on him.
I was kind of wondering if he was going to be able to turn and just start shooting the objective to destroy and dominate for the win.
Oh, yeah, possibly.
But if you're -1 damage dice, I don't know if you could have gotten it done.
I don't think so. No, I think it would have been missing. I would have had to load it up with focus, and then she had to shoot you 7 focus to kill Madrak. So.
Otherwise, what was your kind of plan going? More like the slow attrition, or
knowing that this list typically when I play it suffers horribly in split scenario. I didn't notice it'd be nearly as much of an issue. If I was strictly going for scenario, I probably would have been okay because the huge base is so much helpful just covering up that middle ground, which I'm not used to having. That's the first time I put a Mountain King on the table. I mean, he did pretty decently, all said and done.
I mean, some weak dice around.
It happens. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I was not going for a scenario at all. I was essentially just trying to set up something that I can do an assassination on, especially when I saw that you moved Haley so far forward so early. I knew I would likely have to brick up a little bit because I knew your feat was coming. I just wasn't sure if it was going to be turn 2 or 3.
Yeah.
First turn play, I was wondering if you're going to do, and it really comes down to the errata where they gave him assault. I was actually wondering if you're going to put rush on him and assault her first turn and try and roll that 11 just to take her off.
I did not even notice that would have been something that I could have reached.
It's just the errata. All of a sudden, like, that's an interesting play you could do.
Yeah.
Snipe things off on the side.
But yeah, being able to strip an animus is a really handy tool. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, originally I was going to throw Surefoot on Mountain King.
Yeah, so everybody bigger base and wider range.
But then with her coming around the side, it was like, nope,
Just
that'll be
go
gone
off.
as soon as I put it there. So plans change. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for playing the game here, guys, and thanks for watching. Bye.